What is up, fight fans? UFC's coming back big in July. After 3 weeks off after UFC 303, you guys are waiting. You guys are dying to see big fights. We're going to Colorado with Macy Barber and Rose Namajunas. But after that, we're going back to the Apex where we have Verma Jandiroba versus Amanda Lemos in a fight night main event. This fight night's going to be headlined by Verma Jandiroba and Amanda Lemos in a fight that you guys, no one cares about. And it doesn't matter because we're just here to run the ads all night. We're going to double up on advertisements. We're going to triple up on them because no one's going to be watching. We have all these deals. Kurt Holoba and Kanyan Truszkowski is going to be in the co-main event. Kanyan Truszkowski got flatline KO'd in his UFC debut, somehow made his way into a co-main event spot, and Kurt Holoba, an absolute marauder. He failed in the UFC early on in his career, worked his way back up on Tough, and failed again. The battle of two failures in the least sought-after co-main event in UFC history. Doo Ho Choi is a freaking feature fight versus Bill Aljo, an actually decent fight. Sure, we thought it could have been the main event, but I know you guys love Amanda Lemos, and you love Verma Jandiroba in a big fight night main event. Yes, Doo Ho Choi and Bill Aljo could have been used as a prelim on a pay-per-view card, but no, it's going to make it to the Apex where no one's watching and no one cares. We hope that you're still awake by the time that this fight happens, as we'll have our 50th ad read, our 70th advertisement in your face all night. Brad Tavares versus Jung Young Park, an absolute banger marauder fight between two absolute bangers of marauder. Fuck yeah! The UFC this July is officially cooked. Now, I'm not boycotting it in the sense that I'm not going to watch it, but I'm done. I'm not breaking this down. I'm not touching it. I'm going to act as if this doesn't exist. As soon as Kurt Holoba and Kanyan Truszkowski is done, I'm turning off my stream and I'm out of there. As that's the only thing we're going to be able to do. At this point, this is the, oh my goodness, guys, you don't understand how bad this is. This is our July lineup. I thought May was bad. May is usually the slowest month. July, we usually have a couple of good fight nights, a couple of good stacked pay-per-views. This is our July. Hasn't even been announced officially. I can't wait to hear Dana White's announcement, his grandiose announcement for this shit Apex card that no one gives a fuck about. Namajunas versus Barber, returning to a sold-out arena in Colorado. We've told you guys about this event a year in advance so you would buy the tickets without knowing who's going to be in the main event. Now they screwed us over with Amanda, whatever the fuck their names are. I don't even care about this fight anyway. You can't try to out-hardcore me by pretending that you care about Macy Barber and Rose Namajunas. This is not 2017. We don't care. I mean, we have a 2.5, 3-week break. No fights. This is what we're getting for a main event? You had Namajunas as a main event in front of a crowd last time, and that sucked. She's not entertaining in this new division. She has no power in this new division. Boring ass fights. Nobody cares about the outcomes of these fights. Dude, I'm telling you. And then freaking Verma Jandiroba and Amanda Lemos. I'm just going to say it, and I know a lot of you guys are with me on this. We need to get rid of this division. What do you mean, this division? The division to get rid of is the one that Amanda Nunes used to fight at 135. No one cares about that. But women's strawweight is an absolute banger marauder division. All divisions. All of them. Put them into one. That's how you save WMMA. Get rid of every single division. Have a no bars hold, no weight limit. Whoever the best is the best. At this point, it's necessary. That's exactly what we need to do. Just get rid of strawweight and move them all up to flyweight. Or move them down to flyweight. Who cares? Just combine them all, bro. The only reason they're going to the Apex in 2024 with these dog shit fight nights that they know aren't going to draw a crowd is just so that they can run ads all night. Tatsudo Tada versus Alex Perez was legitimately the worst fight night I've seen in years. And it honestly seemed like they doubled or tripled up on ads that night. There was like 20 minutes in between each fight. It was like an 8-hour-long fight night card at the Apex just so they can run ads. 3 events, 2 weeks off, and you're coming back with this? This means nothing. Nothing at all. What's at stake? Give us a Shavkat Rakhmonov main event. Put him in there with Joaquin Buckley. You could freaking put Stipe Miocic in there to shadow box. Stipe Miocic hitting a heavy bag would be more entertaining than this. Put Stipe in there versus a blob. Put Johnny Walker in there versus a blob. It would be better than this. This means nothing for the UFC. Zero. It does not draw anyone in. It doesn't bring any new eyes to the sport. Same thing with this. Verma Jandiroba versus Amanda Lemos, man. What is this doing for the company? Absolutely nothing. How is this selling? How is this? Come on, man. Who you drawing in? They know what they're doing. This is an advertisement night. This is the equivalent of simulating a freaking season on NBA 2K or one of those sports games. You're just simulating it and having the CPUs figure it out. That's all this is. We're simulating fights now. There's a couple of real people on here. Everyone else is an NPC. Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia is actually a sick fighter. He's a kill or be killed fighter. He either gets a gnarly KO or he gets face planted into the canvas. Steve Garcia should be at a pay-per-view early prelim spot. Not at a shitty fight night spot, dude. Heck, you could even put this guy on a main card of a fight night in front of a crowd. You could put him on the Colorado fight night. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the Colorado fight night. Let's actually check it out. Let's check it out. There's some fights on that Jandiroba card that should be on there. Mike Mallet, Drew Dober, okay, Mike Davis, Bonfim, Julian Erosa, Christian Rodriguez. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of this. Get rid of Luana Santos and Mario Agapova. You have people buying multiple $100 tickets. You have people that are spending upwards of $500 on really good seats in Colorado. There might even be someone that spent $1,000. I don't know if fight night tickets are $1,000, but you might actually have someone that splurged to go to this event. And instead of putting a Steve Garcia fight on here where you know you're going to get a KO, or a Iron Turtle fight on there, or a Muhammad Usman and Thomas Peterson blob meme fight on there, Luana Santos versus Maria Agapova, bro, get lost. This is pathetic. It's a disgrace, man. It's an absolute abomination. Every single fight should have some allure. There's zero here. This is hurting the company. It's actually damaging it badly. You're basically taking a card, a blank canvas, and you're fucking ripping it up. It could be something good. Jasmine Jesuda Vicious, Viviana Araujo. All right, Jasmine Jesuda Vicious has some hype, man. You know, she's a good Canadian fighter. She's like the best Canadian fighter on the planet. I don't care. She still's ruining the card. Josh Fremd, Andre Petrosky. How is this underneath Luana? Oh, my goodness, man. This is a freaking disgrace. Abdul Razak Al Hassan versus Cody Brundage. Dude, this is a freaking Apex fight. Steve Garcia should be there instead of Abdul Razak Al Hassan. The UFC doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, man. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Oh, wow, genius. Hunter Campbell's a genius. He put together a big fight between Usman and Chimaev. Oh, big whoop. Put together a good fight night for once. That's where the real science is at. That's where the real art is at. I'm tired of giving these old heads credit for making big fights between big stars. That's easy. Someone pulls out of a fight with Khamzat Chimaev. Oh, let's call the biggest stars in the game that everyone could think of. You know what's hard to do? What's hard to do is to, blindly throw one of these shits on here and blindly put actually a low-key banger on here, on an Apex card. That's where it gets tricky. That's where these old heads don't know what they're doing. Holy shit. Hunter Campbell's a genius. He convinced Volkanovski, who's desperate to fight at all times, to take a fight. What a genius. Hunter Campbell's probably good at what he does, bro. But, man, we're hyping him up too much when we have cards like this. This is a fucking disgrace. Makes me want to freaking punch a hole through my wall right now. Hunter Campbell and Dana White. That's how you know if you've got a good team around you. That's what I want to see. I want to see the freaking, I want to see the method in which they use to make these cards. I don't give a shit about, we have to struggle to put together a big fight last second, so we called up one of our big stars and offered them an extra $500K. Wow. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes with this. I don't know what is. What is going on behind the scenes? Are they literally just using a simulator? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They may just be using a simulator to just simulate cards. They may have a whole list of fighters that don't really draw, And they just randomly select them and throw them on a fucking Apex card. But we're done with the Apex cards. We're done. We're done. I'm not breaking down Lemos versus Jandiroba. I'm not even going to watch it. And I'm not trying to act like that's a big statement. I honestly am not watching it. I don't give a fuck about this fight. I'm not giving it any shine. It shouldn't be a main event. Nothing against Lemos. Nothing against Jandiroba. There ain't nothing wrong with them. It's just that this shouldn't be a main event of a fight night. And it doesn't deserve the shine. Okay? This shouldn't be in front of a crowd. What are you doing? How is this in front of a crowd? Mike Mallet? Are you kidding me? Gilbert Urbina? Bro, this guy's an Apex fighter. If there ever was one. You make a friggin' Gilbert Urbina Apex card, you won't hear a peep out of me. How is he making it to the friggin' Mike Mallet co-main event spot? This is a joke. How is this guy making it to a co-main event spot against Mike Mallet, bro? And this guy's Canadian. He's not even from the U.S. Why are we hyping him up in a co-main event? You don't understand the connection between Colorado and Canada, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you. Drew Dober should be the co-main event. All right? Drew Dober should be the... Dude. Am I wrong in saying that Drew Dober would be more interesting in a main event? It doesn't matter if it's Mike Davis. This is how you know we're so far into this bullshit. If they were to make Drew Dober the main event, more people would freak out. People would be like, dude, this is kind of a dog shit. But because we're so used to the UFC giving us a WMMA main event in front of a sold-out arena, people just eat it up and lap it up for breakfast. Drew Dober should be the main event. Old head, wobbly, cobbly Santiago Ponzinibbio should be the main event. It's frickin', dude. Put Muslim Salikov hitting pads as a main event for all I care. Anything is better. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm fucking done with this. Ah, man. Dude, I'm actually going nuts right now. Woo! Feel like Joe Rogan. Woo! Man. That's crazy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is it. Yeah, we get this as the main event. They are not growing the sport. The UFC is no longer growing the sport. And yeah, you can say that UFC 300 was a big slam success. It was. It was a great card. But man, the UFC is just dropping the ball with these fight nights. They're not growing the sport. They're getting lazy. They're going to the Apex too much. Just putting on fights just to fill up slots so they can run ads in between them. The UFC is no longer growing the sport. They're getting lazy. Anyone can book a top contender against another top contender. We're giving them too much credit for that. Listen, I love the UFC. It's the best promotion. I'm not watching Bellator. I'm not watching PFL. It is the best promotion, but it could be so much better. They used to put more effort into their promotion. They did. Back in the day where we were having Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo film a whole short film on the Las Vegas Strip with two armies behind them. They went far and wide throughout the globe to promote that fight. They've got some sick champions. They've got Tom Aspinall, who's breaking records for having the shortest average fight time in UFC history because of how dangerous he is, how many people he's KOing. Dana White should get boots on the ground. He should fly all over the fucking globe to every single sports network to hype that guy up. Talking about John Jones brings his dog out on the weekends. Screw you! Holy shit. John Jones a bad man. Dude, you got Tom Aspinall KOing people's dip. I'm done. All right? Get Leon and Bilal in a room together and have a face-to-face sit-down. They're getting lazy. I don't know what it is. Ever since that 2020 year, they've gone too sterile with their promotion. It's the same shit. Countdown. Oh, Countdown's so great. Countdown sucks. I love the UFC. The UFC is amazing. It's just that, like, I care about this promotion because I watch it every weekend. And I also see that there's so many missed opportunities. It could be so much bigger, Dana White. Don't you see the vision? You've got a bunch of old heads up there that are running the show like it's the freaking, I don't even know, man. You guys are getting lazy. It's the rinse and repeat. Same shit every fucking week. Yes, there have been some amazing cards. The pay-per-views have been great this year. But these fight nights suck, and even the pay-per-view promotion it's so repetitive. It's countdown where we see the highlights from the same last 3 fights. We've all seen the highlights. We all know what happened. Oh, wow, we're going to have some footage of the guy in the main event walking into his gym with his gym bag, and then he's going to hit pads and talk about, I always wanted to fight this guy. Wow, such amazing promotion. And then we have the press conferences 2 days out of a card that should have been promoted 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. You know what I'm saying? They used to do face-offs all around the world to hype up fight nights. They used to go to different countries for fight nights. Now we're getting a press conference 2 days out and a countdown show where we've already seen every single highlight that there is to be seen. And we know what it looks like for the main event guy to hit pads in his gym. We get it. You got to get creative with it, UFC. You got to make more interesting promos. For Bilal and Leon Edwards, that's a boring fight for the casual fans. The hardcore fans make fun of it. Get those guys in a room together and have a face-to-face sit-down conversation where they're going to go back and forth. That's going to get 1 million views, right? I mean, Bilal Muhammad's going to rag on Leon Edwards because Leon Edwards can't see the irony in saying that Bilal doesn't deserve this fight. Meanwhile, people were saying the same thing about him, and Bilal doesn't like that. There's a little bit of a beef built in there. Get these guys in the same room together. Get Dricus du Plessis and Adesanya in the same room together. Have them do a press conference in Africa. But they only have press conferences 2 days out of the fight where the reporters suck. They're horrible at what they do. Not all of them. Some of them are all right. A lot of them suck. A lot of them are just making sounds for the sake of making sounds, as long as they don't offend Dana White and the fighters, because the only thing that they care about is just having 5 seconds of airtime and being able to walk around the UFC events without a care in the world, just so they can rub shoulders with different fighters, make eye contact with them in the hallways, and sort of feel like they belong. But they are horrible at what they do. They're not helping our sport grow. They're not creating golden moments at press conferences. They're not hyping up the crowd. You do not go to a press conference just to get on the camera. That's not the point of going to a press conference. You go to a press conference to hype people up. How difficult is that to understand? These press conferences all suck. They're like 2 days before the card. You gotta have something else. 2 days before the card, that ain't gonna help that much. Dude, get Sandhagen out there in Dagestan, man. Do something with them. Get someone in the Czech Republic to film Yuri Prohaska. That guy's one of the most interesting fighters on earth. And Dana White's out here focusing on hyping up John Jones instead. That's the only guy Dana White's hyping up. He's even putting other fighters down in their prime that are actively fighting. Yuri Prohaska is a weirdo. And he's one of the most entertaining fighters the world has ever seen. One of the most interesting people on earth, probably. Get someone in the Czech Republic. Don't even tell Yuri. Don't even tell him. Just get someone out there. You could create a whole movie on him. Dana White should be talking about how Alex Pereira hits as hard as a Ford Escort. Back in 2018, before the Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic fight, Dana White was getting old school with it. He was flying around the globe. He had Stipe and Francis together on TV stations, talking, having a conversation. What happened to that? They're getting lazy. They think that they hit the jackpot with this new formula, and it is a good formula. It looks professional. You got to have the press conferences. The countdown is fine, even though I think it's overrated, but do more. You can't just hype up one fighter that's only got one fight left in his UFC career and stop giving us dog shit for fight nights. Do better, because this promotion is capable of so much more. And I know that people are going to say, what do you know about it, brother? Dana White's been in the fight business for ages. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. Fuck that. You don't know shit either if you're telling me that I'm giving bad suggestions. The UFC could do 1,000,000 times better than this. I don't know how many followers on Instagram they have. They could have 60 million, instead of 44, 45. They could have a Yuri Prohaska movie that has 1 million views on their page. Dana White should be on First Take. He should be on, the biggest sports network in the UK with Tom Aspinall. I don't know, punch a heavy machine or something like that. Punch one of those punch machines. Play some highlight tapes. Pay one of these TV stations to talk about how sick this new UFC fighter is that's knocking everyone out. Instead, we're just getting a countdown. We're getting shitty reporters. We're getting shitty fight nights. The fans are getting screwed over. They're paying hundreds of dollars for tickets to see Agapova, bro. What are we doing now? Every single fight on a fight night where fans are buying tickets should have purpose. Every single fight should have purpose. Okay? Steve Garcia should make that card. So I'm just getting a little bit sick and tired of these Apex cards. And I'm just calling out the UFC for being stale and lazy. All right? Lazy. That's right. They're getting lazy with it.